Flickinger. I'm so excited to have you on the team. This is the first part of your training. You will also have a scheduled one-on-one with one of your trainers. Let me introduce him to you now. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing started with the how we roll. How our team rolls is a little bit different than other teams, and that's why we have such amazing growth. What we have is corporate has amazing training for you that you guys can access in the system, but we like to do a little bit something extra for our girls. So we made this training video for you to be able to go through and get hands-on and have so many details and other things that most teams don't have. Now, what we want to do is there is a how we roll document in the C.I.A. group, and it has all of the incentives and things that our teams do. We offer watches and prizes and trips and purses and bling and all of these other awesome things that you guys get to be a part of. So we're really excited for you to watch this training and be a part of how we roll. Now, we offer leader training classes a couple times a year. So if you're being trained right now by somebody that isn't your sponsor, maybe it's somebody that's just a C.I.A. trainer, that's okay. If at some point you add girls to your team and you are wanting to be a C.I.A. trainer, we offer that class a couple times a year for you to come to and be a part of.
You have now been added to some Facebook groups. One of them is the C.I.A. and another one may be one of your upline. In these groups, you can utilize these to ask questions, to get some support, so feel free to ask any questions you like into these groups. There's also an important dates document that's in your training packet. In this, we have important dates or events that will be monthly, quarterly, and annually. If you can't make it to an event and you're 2 or more hours away, you can just comment onto the Facebook post, me or your name, and then we'll add you to a live recording of the event.
Let's go over some fun team recognition. In the C.I.A. group, you'll see a C.I.A. lineup that Jenny posts every couple days. You have to send in your goals to Jenny to be able to be a part of this. In your own leader groups, you might have the same format for their own personal team. Since you're new, you're probably not going to be in the top 3 for a while. Use this as a gauge or a meter for your own personal business. Is the team behind for the month as well as you, or do we need to just do some coaching? Use this as a tool to excel in your business.
Next, let's talk about your title in business. So right now you're sitting at a consultant. If you bought this small kit, you're considered an inactive consultant. To become an active consultant, you need to place a $200 order. Or if you bought the medium kit or the large kit, you are considered an active consultant. To move up to an advanced consultant, you need to sign 1 girl and she needs to become active. And then if you sign 3 girls and they all become active, you will be considered a senior consultant. So we want you to focus on that and get you to that senior consultant as soon as you can, because there's lots of free stuff coming your way.
So now let's talk about different ways that you get paid with this business. There's 3 different ways that you can get paid. The first way is while you're at your parties. You actually get a percentage off of what you sell at the party, and it's fast cash for you to have that night. The second way is when you start building your team. You actually get a commission and override check off of their sales. The third way is your retail sales bonus. So when you sell over $5,000, you get a certain percentage off of what you sell back.
Next, let's talk about the Inventory Advantage program. We call this the IAP. You've probably already gotten an email from corporate about this, but what it is, it's a way for you to get inventory up front, all while paying it off on monthly installments, interest-free. And it's at a huge discount too, which is super awesome. So if you can swing this, even before your one-on-one with your trainer, do it, because it's gonna help you in a lot of different ways. You're gonna be able to have more confidence at your parties, your customers are gonna get more free prizes, and you're gonna make more money up front. So why wouldn't you? Next, let's talk about sponsoring. Sponsoring is when you decide you want to start your team. When you start your team, there's a lot of advantages. When you sign your first active consultant, you're going to get a $100 to $300 cash bonus. And then when you hit senior consultant, you're going to get a whole bunch of other advantages too. Let's take a look. Once you have 3 active consultants on your team, you promote to senior consultant. The first promotion to senior consultant gets you a $150 cash bonus. If you can maintain your senior consultant title for 3 months, you will get national training registration free. You will also have your own special set of classes to attend. Hit your senior consultant minimums and earn a $100 lifestyle bonus every month. You also will increase your buying discount from 40 to 50%.
So something that we encourage on our team right away is to create mantras. So what a mantra is it is similar to a goal, but it's not quite. It is telling your brain something as if it's already true. So instead of a goal being like, I want to book more parties, then a mantra is saying it as if it's already happened. So a mantra like that would be, I have so many parties on the books. So it's voodoo science in your brain that works its magic. It doesn't know the difference between you wanting something and you telling it something. So we really encourage you to start those right away. Here are some examples so you can see what some look like and even where you can put them to make sure that you can see them in your day-to-day life to keep them going in your brain. Now I want to talk about a vision board, and a vision board is a little more long-term. And this is pictures of everything that you want in the future. So this is something to remind yourself why you started. When you have good months and bad months, this is going to keep you going back to the reason that you stay invested in this business. So something, if you want to know a little bit more about how these work, there is a documentary and a book that is called The Secret. So you could read it or you could watch it, but it's all about how this science works and how it works in your brain. So if you want to check it out to know a little bit more about how The Secret works to get everything that you want in your business, then you can feel free to check it out.
So now that we just went over mantras and vision boards, we want a way to put those on paper. And a way that you can do this is create a goal to make those happen. And you can create a sales goal and a sponsoring goal that you want for the rest of the year. There is a goal setting class at the end of the year to help you come up with those. But if you're not sure, you can definitely check in with your sponsor or your trainer. Now, at the end of every single month, Jenny is going to send you an email to ask for your goals for the following month. You have a couple days to send this in, so we definitely want to see what your goals are, whether you want to do $500 that month or you want to do $5,000. It's a way for us to help keep you on track and with what you want to achieve as well. And that helps you to get on all of the fun prizes and stuff that we do. We do have a lot of contests. If you go in your Dropbox folder, there's an all current contest, and that is all the different trackers and things that there are going on, the fun stuff that's all given away. It's really cool that we have that opportunity. So you can go through there and that can help to gauge your goals to see what prizes and everything you want to get.
Making sure you know how to set up a Facebook event is going to be super important because you're going to be doing it all the time. When someone books a party at a party, you're going to need to make that event the night you get home or the next morning. Let's show you how to set up an event right now. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do when you set up your Facebook event is go to your Facebook homepage. Then you're going to go over to the left-hand side. It says Events. Click the Events tab. Then you're going to click Create Event and make sure it's private. Then you're going to add a picture. You're going to add the hostess name because you want your guests to know that it's for Brenda, not just a pure romance party. So it's Brenda's pure romance party, and everybody likes Brenda. Brenda is having a pure romance party. Then you're going to add the location, and if you don't know it yet, just write TBD, to be determined or to be announced. Then you're going to pick the date. We'll just keep the date the same. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to ask your hostess what time she wants her guests to arrive. If she says 6 o'clock, you'll put 6 o'clock here. And then you're going to post from Dropbox the event description. So it's going to be under coaching. And then you would click on hostess coaching and pull it up. And you're literally just going to copy and paste. Copy and paste. Then you see how it says right here, arrive early because the show will start at 6:30. You want to make sure this is a half hour later than the arrival time. We don't want them to think it's an open house style. We want them to know that there's an actual presentation about to happen. And then you can click Create Private Event. when that's loading or while that's done, you can go down here, invite the hostess. Brenda. Invite the hostess. Send invites. Then you're going to go in here, click on that, click invited, and make this say going. That way she knows that she's going, or that the guests know that she's going, and that way she gets the extra notification. Then you're going to scroll down here where it says write something. You're going to copy the first event post. And you're going to post this in here. And then you're going to add the first, and then if you look at this, it says insert picture number 1, so you're going to insert the picture number 1. Number 1. And then you're going to click post. Facebook is always changing, so remember, it may look a little bit different, but the core concepts will always be the same. Next, we're going to talk about all the stuff that you'll use at every single party. So this is your guest folder. What you're going to put in here is your Let's Connect card. This card you're going to want to make sure you put in and collect from every single guest, because this is going to be a way for you to collect all of their information so you can follow up with them later for another order. Behind that is going to be your opportunity brochure. This is from corporate, and you can order these on the C.I.A. These talk about the business. Then we've got the party brochure. So if you have anyone who's interested in a party, you can tell them to glance at this. This also comes from corporate on the C.I.A. Behind that is your wish list. This is what you're going to give to all of your to all of your guests, so they can see what you're talking about and see the prices and any of the scents that come with it. Behind that is going to be the lingerie sheet. So this has all of the styles of lingerie with all of the sizes and everything that they would need to know about the lingerie. Then you've got your specials for the night. So this is going to talk about all your specials that you do every night. That includes the $100 present in the mail, the $120 box, and then also the $200 prize box. So the next one, this is the hostess packet. So this is what you're going to give to your hostesses or anyone who wants to host a party with you. So for those of you who are just starting out, you're just going to use a little clip like this. Once you start making some money, then you can advance into a pink envelope, which is a lot more fun for your hostesses. But in your hostess packet, there's a couple different things as well. So just like the guest folder, the hostess packet has the party brochure in it, so you're going to give that to them so they know what to look forward to with their party. You've got a catalog so they can start thinking about the stuff that they want to get. Then you've got Being a Hostess is a Breeze. This is going to be some tips and tricks for your hostess on how to have a great party turnout. Behind that is going to be what kind of hostess she wants to be. So this is what she would want to use her 10% of the hostess credit on. So her own products, starting the business, or purchasing a kit. Behind that is going to be the scavenger hunt. This is going to help them invite or find people to invite to their party. So if they are, it's things like a waitress, a neighbor, someone with all sons, things like that, so they can get a variety of people there and have a really good turnout. And then you're going to put in 2 outside order forms, so that way they can have 2, if people can't come to their party, they can still get the outside order form and get the hostess credit from those orders. So the next one, this one is going to be your opportunity gift. So you're going to put a little sample pack of Just Like Me in it. You're going to put a business card in it. You're going to put an opportunity brochure in it. This is going to talk about the business. Remember, you get this on the C.I.A. from corporate. Then you're going to put the Talk to Me sheet. This is all the different reasons someone might want to join this business. So this is going to be really important because it might hit home for some of these people. Then you're going to put the application for the kit. Then you're going to put the kit picture. Now remember, this might change a little bit as the year goes on, so it might not always be this exact same one. And then you're going to put your I story. This is going to be super important so people can get to know you a little bit more, and they're going to want to connect with you a little bit more. When you do the opportunity gift, you're going to want to make it really cute, like some of these options right here.
So next is your suggested guide for a party. So a lot of us trainers got together and realized that we were all kind of having the same order of party, and we realized that it was working. So we put a little list together for you guys to follow. It's a step-by-step instruction for you to use at your parties. You can just stick it in the front part of your binder and use it as an outline and a guide.
All right, now the next thing we're gonna go over is all the specials that I have for you this evening. So here's what we do. The average girl at a party spends $180. I start below that because I know not everybody can spend that. So I start at $100. You spend $100, you're gonna get a little gift from me in the mail in a couple days. You're welcome. You'll find it very useful, okay? You also get invited to a badass party that I throw once a year. It's not a show like tonight. I actually do a customer appreciation party, and it's me saying thank you for being my customers and being loyal to me. I could not have this business without you. So come, be my guest. I don't want to be a one-night stand. I want to be your dildo lady for life. So we're dating, right? Yes, okay, perfect. All right, so next thing, if you spend $120, you're still going to get the first two things that I said, but you also are going to get to pick something out of my box of love, okay? And it's just fun and, you know, full of fun little trinkets for you to keep, okay? Take home with you. Now, the next thing is if you spend $200. The average girl spends $180, so I think it's only fair that we reward the overachievers. Don't you guys? Yes? Yes? Okay. So, if you spend $200, you're going to get everything I said, but then you also are going to get to pick something out of here. And let's just see what's in here tonight for you, ladies. Let's just take a quick peek. Oh, this looks fun. Oh, this looks big. Oh, this goes in your pooper. So fun. Okay, but don't worry, it's free. Okay, so you will get to have that if you spend $200, and you'll get to take that home with you. Now, the next thing that I have is we have some beads here, and these beads are really fun. So what we do with these is for every $100, Kayla, that your guest spends, they will come out and they will place a bead around your neck, okay? So when Natasha comes back and she spends $400, she's gonna come out with her 4 strands of beads and put them on your neck. So she hooked you up for eating all of your food earlier, okay? So you'll be good. So there are all of the prizes that we're gonna have. Okay, now the next thing we're going to talk about is the prize breakdown. So this paper is in your packet. We're going to follow along with it. Now it looks like we give away a lot of things, but trust that they're all for a reason. And a lot of these things aren't just given, they're actually earned. So trust that the math on it is good and definitely in your favor, okay? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is hostess rewards. So Natasha, tell us about the first thing that's on there.
So corporate requirements is that we make sure that we give them a free gift and then 10% of the retail sales of the party. And the free gift that we're giving them is that voucher. And there's 3 different vouchers that we give. It's going to be the under $30 product, under $20, or under $25. And when you're at the party, it would just be easy to slip right into the hostess bag at the party that you're giving to the hostess.
It looks really pretty. She's gonna love it, and it's just easy and it's light. You don't have to spend any money ahead of time. It's just a piece of paper, so it's awesome. How do I know which one of those to bring her to her party?
So the booking game that you're playing, every guest has a little bag in here. The number that is in this bag, you will just decide.
Perfect. Okay, so it just corresponds with that paper.
Correct.
Got it. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing on there, number 2, says the hostess bingo envelopes. And these envelopes here are what we're fanning out as part of the booking game and allowing our hostess to choose one. It is just a way to incentivize these, the categories. These are the same words that are on your scavenger hunt in your hostess packet. So it all goes together, and they're trying to invite people. Most people only get $5, if that. They had to have 5 people at their party, and it had to be the right 5 people. But it's just something that sets you apart from everybody else and makes you look extra fun, like you give away lots of free stuff. Yeah. Okay? So there's that.
And then the last one we see is romance cash. What is that?
Romance cash. Okay. So the romance cash is the little gift card that's inside of this box as part of our booking game. So one of her friends books a party, the bow comes off, 2 the ribbon, 3 the lid. She gets to have the gift card that's inside, okay? It's $20 to $75. This is a document that is pre-set up for you in your Dropbox, but it's really nice. She only gets that money once her 3 friends hold their date. So you're not giving it to them ahead of time. They don't actually get to redeem it till all 3 of their friends hold. Okay?
That sounds good.
Awesome. So the next thing, I see beads on the table, Natasha. What are the beads?
The beads are for the guests. Every $100 that they spend, they will actually get a bead for their hostess.
Perfect. So you have 3 beads. So if I was the guest and I spent $300, You would give me the beads.
Yes.
And I would go out there and I'd put them on our beautiful hostess.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I get it. Okay, so it's really smart because everybody's coming out. Everybody wants to one-up each other. Everybody wants to be her best friend. So they're all going to be having these beads trying to come out with one more than the last girl, right?
Yes, exactly.
I get it. Super cute idea. I love it. Okay, now the next thing we're going to talk about is for everybody. So that was the hostess stuff, but on your guys' paper you can see for all the guests. So the next thing is raffle prizes. In here we have so many fun little sample packs that you guys can use for lots of things, but we put little sample packs inside of these bags. We actually recommend that you do 1 sample pack per bag and 2 bags per party. So they're earning tickets just for showing up, for any extra activities, things that you do, tickets for the sponsoring game. They're all going into the same pot. You're drawing out a ticket, and then they're getting a raffle prize. So it's just an extra little thing that you're giving away that makes the party feel fun, right?
Yep, and they already come in your kit, so it's not something you need to get ahead of time.
Perfect. Yep. Okay, great. So the next thing is the $100 club letter. Tell us what that is.
So it's just a coupon that we are mailing out to everyone that spent $100. And you'll put it in a pretty envelope and just mail it out to each guest that.
I have hot pink ones. They're so awesome. I put confetti in it. They pull it out. It spills everywhere. They love me and hate me at the same time. It's perfect, okay? They won't forget you when there's confetti on their floor for a month, right? So the $100 club letter. What about, when do I mail those?
As soon as the party ends, so that
Okay.
within the next 24 hours, and then they have 30 days to redeem it.
Okay, perfect. So why this is pretty effective is you're mailing these out and they didn't buy everything the night they met you. So they go home and they're like, oh shoot, I really wish I would have got whatever it was. And then they get a coupon from you a couple days later. So they're gonna wanna redeem it. So that's a great idea, Natasha. That's awesome. Okay, so talk to me now about $120 and $200 prizes. Let's start with $120. If they're spending $120, they're actually getting to take something out of your box of love. What kind of stuff will we put in the box of love?
So we're going to put really small, inexpensive things that you don't show. So there's going to be a list that is already on your prize breakdown, but it's some things are blindfold, a tickle and whip, date night cards, booze and buddies, some little condoms or lip glosses,
Perfect.
Stuff like that. Super small, inexpensive things.
Okay, so nothing that moves. No toys. Just mild stuff, inexpensive little giveaways.
Yes.
Fun little trinkets, right?
Yes.
Okay, so talk to me about $200 stuff. What would be a good stuff to put in my $200 box?
And again, that's going to be more of your inexpensive toys. So it's going to be some of the
like the Amplify collection.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Or things that are on sale. Something that got discontinued, maybe you could put that in there. Things like that. Now, here's what we know. We know a lot of you are brand new and you might not have made your first prize order yet. When you do your one-on-one, there's gonna be an ideal first prize order sheet, okay? And that's what we recommend you go and get before your first party if possible. But we know that's not always possible for everybody. So what have we made, Natasha, to help them have $120 and $200 stuff at the party?
You will have a picture with all of them on there so that they can pick on here what they want and have it added to their order that night. So, and then what's great is that you just have this on hand, but we really recommend that you get away from paper as soon as you can, because we know that you're not carrying as much inventory, so they want something to go home with, and they're gonna make sure that they spend that $200 with you, so they go home with something in hand.
So one side is 120 and then the other side is 200.
Yes, ma'am.
So I would just put it in front of them and let them choose. If they spent $220, they would get to pick one off each side and then I just ship it with their order?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So that way they're still feeling like they got a deal. They're still getting the free stuff. But like Natasha said, she's very smart about that. We want them to have physical things to take home as soon as you guys can actually get those. There's power in taking something home.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yes. Yep. So I think that is all of our prizes and everything that we have, and we will move on to the next part. Okay, so while you guys are filling out your Connect card, there is a couple disclaimers that I have to go over due to the nature of the party. So, disclaimers, this is not a jewelry party, it is not a candle party, it is not a food party. This is an adult toy party. All right, so big girl panties, no panties, whatever you're wearing, I hope you came prepared for the dildo show. Yes? Awesome. All right, so things that you need to know is all sales are confidential. Nobody knows what you guys get but me. All right, you'll come back one at a time to a separate ordering room. Everything you purchase will come out in a black bag or confidentially ships to you, but nobody knows what you're getting. So if you want to get something that is a little more adventurous and you're looking at me thinking, I don't know if I can order that from her. Her probably already has it because I get a discount. All right, so no judging. You guys get what you want to get. Now, next disclaimer is all sales are final.
Really?
Yep. Yep, really. Hopefully for obvious, it's been inside of your vagina reasons, okay? I don't want it back. Now, if you wear it out in the first 60 days, yeah, good job. I will slow clap it out, okay? You wear it out in the first 60 days, I will trade it out for the same thing, no questions asked, okay? If you wear it out 3 years from now, I don't want it back. It paid its dues. Yes? Okay, perfect. Now, last thing, shipping is $7. Like I said, anything that I send you comes discreetly packaged, okay? It will come, return address label says Jenny Flickinger, Anamosa, Iowa. Doesn't even say Pure Romance on your package anywhere. It's not going to show like that down your cute little street, Kayla, okay?
The next two clips are the booking and sponsoring game. These are really important, and the trainers would say that these would be what we would have you stay as true to as possible. So the first one is the booking game, and we play the bow, ribbon, lid game. So this is going to ensure not only that you are booking parties at your parties, but also that your parties are holding.
So what we're gonna do now, beautiful hostess, is I have a couple presents for you, okay? So I need you to pick an envelope, choose your fate.
Can I look?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's your fate.
This one's pretty.
Okay, there you go. So that's going to be a side project for you at the end of the night. All right, so when all of your girls are coming back to order, what she's going to do is she's going to stereotype all of you. So fun. It's so fun. Okay. But it's nothing too rowdy because this is just the intro. So it's like blondes and brunettes and moms and nurses and teachers and waitresses and things like that. So hopefully you get some free money from who you have invited. Okay. Now you also get another present just for being the hostess. There is a voucher, any product under $30. It is just a voucher. I let you pick what you want for your,
Oh, okay.
you know. Okay, so
All right.
there is that.
Anything from my list?
Yes,
Okay.
anything.
Cool. Thank you.
So the next thing that I have is, I have a little present here for everybody, and I give it to you now because I used to wait till the end, but then I would forget because you don't have to be smart to sling ding. So I'm going to give this to you now, but you can't open it yet. So just sit on it. Put it at your feet, shove it in your bra, do whatever you gotta do. But these are your little presents. So hang on to your gifts till the end of the evening. There you go, tuck it somewhere good. If I forget about them, somebody remind me at the end, okay? Okay, so Kayla, I have another present for you, okay? And you only get this one based on your friends, all right? So here's how this works. If one of your friends books a party, the bow comes off, 2 the ribbon, 3 the lid, she gets to have the gift card that's inside. It's $15 to $75. I don't know how much it is. It's a surprise for me too. So you guys, if you're having a fun time tonight, you want to be the one that gets the free stuff, help Kayla consider undressing her box. Okay, so there you go. Hopefully we get to see your box naked, Kayla.
Okay.
So now I promised everybody has a present, remember? So everybody pick up those pink bags that you had. Remember those pink bags? Dig them out. Everybody, don't open it yet. Just hang on to it, okay? Just don't open it yet. So inside of the bags, there is gifts. There's certain products and percentages and just different things that you guys can earn. So how you get inside the little bag is if you are a Jenny, I had a really fun time with you tonight. You're super funny. Like the funniest person I've ever met. Really pretty, you're really pretty, thank you. And you're like, Jenny, honestly though, I just want you to come to my house because I want the free stuff. So if you would like to book a party with me, I want you to go ahead and open your bag. So, oh, she's doing it. Okay, Kayla, take the bow off your box. Take your bow off. Yeah, girl, okay. So, that's okay. If you're a maybe, just hang on to it. Okay, maybes, think about it. Are you doing one? Are you doing it? All right, she's doing it too. Take your ribbon off. Take your ribbon. She's doing it. I saw you over there. You really want to. If you're still a maybe, just hang on to it, okay? You can see what your prize is in the back, and we'll figure it out. Or if you are a hell no, Jenny, I don't want you anywhere near my children or my humble abode. That's fine. I will come around. I will take the bags back from my hell no's. No harm, no foul. That's all right. You two are hanging on to... Oh, no, they're going to do... Okay, you have 2 other girls. We'll get you 3 for sure. We'll get your box naked for sure. Okay? So there we go with that. Okay, so now let's kind of look at behind the scenes of the booking game. With that, there is the hostess initial present. Giving her the hostess booking bag at the beginning is planting a seed. It gets everybody at the party seeing that the hostess gets presents just for booking a party. The second part of that is when you actually pass out those little pink bags throughout the party, that's a gift for everybody. They all have a chance to earn a present. So what that does is it's building anticipation. They're holding onto that little pink bag the entire time of the party. They want to know what's in that bag, and they definitely want to get that present. Now, between the mild and wild is when you actually present the hostess with the bow ribbon lid box. This is a really critical part of this because it's giving everybody a chance to see, oh my gosh, there's still more presents coming, and she gets a mystery gift, an amount inside of this box. So when her friends start booking a party, did you see how we really quick, oh, your friend's having a party, Brianna, go ahead and take the bow off your box. It gets everybody kind of excited, it gets the momentum, other people are gonna fuel off that and book parties as well. Now, at the very end of the collection of the bags, and you're having them open their bag if they're actually interested in having a party. This is where you're gonna see who's finally committing and for sure about doing a party. They get the little prize that's inside of the bag that you just heard about during the prize talk. So everything with that is a very critical part of the booking game, and you wanna make sure you're be complete on all of those steps.
The second one is the sponsoring game. We play the Ask Me About My Job game. Watch how this plays out.
But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get a couple extra tickets for the free stuff, right? Everybody likes free stuff? Yes? Yes. Good? Okay. All right. So all you have to do to get a ticket is ask a question. You can ask best product, worst product, how much money I make, what my pastor thinks, what my mom thinks. Any question you ask, I'll give you a ticket for, okay? So who wants to be first? Who's got a question? Yeah.
What's your favorite product?
Okay, so right now it's actually kind of lame. So I just had a baby 4 months ago and I still feel a little floppy and stuff, right? So the firming cream is my favorite thing right now. I like put it on like this, put it on my whole self. So that's my favorite thing for sure. Wild side product, pretty much any of the Euphoria is a good choice. Can't go wrong. Okay. Who else? Who else has a question? Yeah.
What does your family or husband think?
So my husband loves his life. Brent loves his life. He does not complain. We've halfway retired him actually, so now he only has to work weekend package at the hospital, which is pretty cool. And then he's home with me Monday through Friday. So he loves it. My family thinks it's cool. My mom loves our Christmas presents every year, and my dad said sex sells, and it's pretty good. My mother-in-law was my first party, so they're pretty supportive. Like, it's nice that I get to be home with my babies and still run a nice business too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Yeah. Okay. What else? Who else? Yeah.
So how much money do you make?
Okay, so I have to answer this question a couple different ways because I've been doing it for 8 years, so I'm practiced, right? The average new girl makes about $300 a party. That's great for a new girl. I mean, it's usually about $50 an hour, so it's still decent money. But you can make a lot more than that. I think last year, the least amount that I made in a month was probably about $25,000. It's a lot of money. It's a very lucrative business, sex sells. But I always say, even if it was just the $300, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. I mean, that's a car payment. Like, for one night having fun with you guys, like, that's great, right? Yeah. Okay, who else has a question? What else? Yeah.
Why did you choose this job?
So I got started because I was poor. I call it house payment, car payment poor, like where you only have enough money to pay one. So you're like, which one am I going to choose? So I pay my car payment late every single month. If it was May, I was paying April's car payment. And the lady said, if you sign up, you can make $300 a night. I was like, I'm just going to try it. So I tried it, and it definitely worked out okay. But yeah, it's been awesome. Okay. What else? Who else? Yeah.
How much is a starter kit?
Starter kits? Well, right now, they're always different prices. We do have a sale right now, which is pretty cool. They're on sale a pretty decent amount. The smallest one is usually about $150 to $170, and then they go all the way up to $600, and that one actually comes with inventory too. So it's a really good place. I say the middle kit is usually the best one to start with because it gives you a really nice discount and enough toys to show at parties and things like that. It's going to be really similar to the kit that you saw me show tonight. So it's a pretty good one. Yeah. Okay. Who else? Who else has a question? Yeah.
If I signed up, what kind of training would I get?
The best. So my team is so awesome. We have one of the fastest growing teams in the company, and our training is off the charts. You actually are going to get a training video that you get to watch, and then I'll schedule one-on-one time with you, and we take about 2 hours, and we set up all the techie stuff for you, and we get your website all set up, and we just go through all the basics. We have you shadow a party with me, so you can see what it's like from that point of view, but you get a lot. There's a lot of really good training for you, okay? Okay, so now it is my turn to invade your privacy, okay? So you guys asked me questions, and what I'm going to do right now is I want you guys to flip over the back side of your Let's Connect card. So if you could pull that out for me, please, that would be awesome. So get that all pulled out. Okay, now, the first question on there, it says, yes, no, or maybe, are you interested in hosting a party? So if you are interested in doing a party, go ahead and circle one of those for me. You would be the one that gets the free stuff. And remember, my average hostess usually gets about $300 to $400 worth of free stuff. So it's good to be a hostess. Next one says, yes or maybe are you interested in becoming a consultant? I'm not going to call you and spam you every day. I'm really busy. I have like naps and shit to take. So, you know, I just can. But I also already have a team of 1,000 girls. I want girls that want to do this and want to make money. Like, I want to help the girls that want it. So yes, no, maybe if you want some info, I'll definitely give you that. Now, the next one says question number 1. Who in the room do you think would be the best at doing what I just did? Who do you think is grounded enough to run a business, but who do you think could also put on a fun show? So I want you to write down, and you can pick your own self if you want, or you could pick our hostess, Lynn, whoever you want to write down. Just write down their name, okay? You can vote for more than one person if you want. It's cool, okay? Number 2, what did you enjoy the most about the party? So with this, did you just enjoy a night out of the house? Did you enjoy learning all the new info? Did you think this was just something really cool and just had a good time tonight? What did you enjoy? Was it Lynn's snacks? I don't want you guys to put me, you know, you can put the wine, that's fine. But what did you enjoy the most about this party? Number 3 says, tell me a little bit about you. So there's a couple lines there. I want you to write, are you a mom? Do you stay home? Do you work part-time or full-time? Are you a dog mom? What do you do outside of here? Like, what are your hobbies? I always think it's really fun, too, if you guys pick one of your things that's the same as me. So find something you have in common with me, and you're like, oh, I don't know, even if it's just brown hair, you know, or a charming personality. But go ahead and write down a couple things about you, okay? I'll give you guys a second to do that. Okay? Now, number 4 says, what is your biggest bill of the month? Okay? For me, you can write down the biggest, or you can write down the bill that you like paying the least. What would that be? A lot of people, it's their mortgage. I did a party a couple weeks ago, and the lady was like, my daughter's dance. And I was like, oh, you know, I was like, oh my God, she's a bad human. She said, no, I love that my daughter dances. I love all of this, but it's expensive. And she was the hostess, and she picked up this outfit, and she's like, this little outfit was $120. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. She goes, she wears it twice. I'm like, wow. So what is it, like, biggest bill or the thing you like paying for the least because it's so expensive or something? What would it be? Okay. Number 5, it says, what would you do with an extra $800 right now? So if you had an extra $800, would you use it towards that bill, or would you do something fun? Would you travel? Would you buy more dildos from me? Would you go on vacation? Would you stay home with your kids? Would you halfway retire your husband? What would you do if you had an extra $800? Okay, so just jot something down. And then the last one says, if I could show you a way to take care of that bigger bill or to do something fun with your money that you wrote down, would you be interested in some info now? Okay, I'll just give you a little packet of some stuff to read, like I said, and I'll follow up with you in a couple days, all right? So everybody has those filled out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around and collect your cards. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so here's something fun that I do. I am going to read everybody's name and got a vote. Okay, so if you hear your name, you put one finger up in front of your pretty little face every time you got a vote. Okay? Okay, here we go. So let's see.
I don't think I put my name on mine.
That's okay. That's all right, girl. Okay, so Lynn. Awesome. We have another vote for Lynn. Oh my gosh. Okay, Suzanne. Okay, awesome. Okay, girl in the purple. Oh, that's you. Oh my gosh, you got a vote. Oh, she has purple too. You both put a finger up. Both put a finger up. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Lynn. Awesome. And then our beautiful hostess. Oh my God, that's you. Okay, so Lynn, you got so many votes. You got so many votes. So you get some extra tickets for all of your votes, okay? And then I also have a little prize that I'm gonna give you when you come back to the shopping room, okay? Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these tickets in here. And then what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do a raffle for some free stuff. Everybody okay with that? Okay.
Okay, now the behind the scenes of the sponsoring game. This is a little bit different because you want this to feel like a game, even though you're giving information. The way that it's played, the Ask Me About My Job, is allowing them to ask you questions that they might be curious about without feeling awkward. You're actually rewarding them for doing so. They're getting a ticket for every question that they ask. Did you see how I already had one ticket torn before the first person even asked a question? That ensures that you're gonna get at least one person to ask a question. So once they start asking questions, it usually keeps going and the questions will roll in for you. But that initial one sometimes is the tricky one, but if a ticket's already torn, you can't move on until somebody asks that first question. So that's definitely something you wanna make sure you do with it. Also, maybe one person asks a question that appeals to somebody else. Maybe they weren't thinking about signing up or thinking that this business was a good fit for them, but they heard the answer to somebody else's question and now they're kind of sold. Also, the Let's Connect cards are really important. Collecting those at the end and making it feel like part of a game is something you have to do every single time. You never want to cut out the sponsoring game. It allows us to see their interest level. Make sure you're giving an opportunity gift to those ladies. Those are the ones you would want to have the info. It also is going to allow you to see what motivates them. The first time when you're following up with them a couple days later, it's really nice to be able to say, oh, I see that you want to go on vacation with your family. Where are you guys going to go? Being able to take that back to their sweet spot is going to let them connect with you again and feel more personable instead of you just trying to build your team. So all of those are really, really important things to do during the sponsoring game.
Obviously, taking orders is a part of the party process. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can take these orders. The first way, you can download the PeerSale app on most devices. Most people are going to be using this app, but just in case, you can also order these order forms on the COO. Now, let me show you a little bit more about this PeerSale app. So you're going to want to go into your app store and download the PeerSale app. It's a free app. The icon looks like this. So when you click on there, this is going to be your home screen. Now, don't be concerned if these numbers don't match the COO. We're actually going to be going by the COO numbers, so it's not really that big of a deal. Well, you're really going to be utilizing these down here, so you can even track your parties, your outside orders, find all your contacts. It's a really easy way to manage all of those, and you can even track your inventory through here. Remember, this is a great free tool for you to use, and you're going to learn more about this at your one-on-one.
The next thing we're going to talk about is hostess coaching. This is probably one of the most important things that you're actually going to do at one of your parties. If you're going to go do a show, do you want it to be a $300 party or do you want it to be a $600 party? The hostess coaching is what makes all the difference.
So I'm going to show you what the coaching looks like here in your Dropbox. So you're going to have a folder called coaching. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And inside of here is everything you would need. So this here is the actual coaching scripts. This here is the party to-do list, and we'll go more into the party to-do list here in a second. Now, all of these pictures are also part of the hostess coaching. So we're gonna go ahead and open the coaching, okay? Now, when you're in here, everything you need is in this one file. So wording for Facebook event, right? So anything that you see in red is the actual timing of when you would do something. So it's 3 days after you set up the event, 5 days after you set up the event. So all of it is set up for you. Now, if you see something that is blue, where it says insert picture number 1. So you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna set up the Facebook event, and then you're gonna make your very first post on the event wall. So you can see here, event wall, insert picture 1. Well, when you're in this document here, all of the pictures are numbered. So picture 1 is right there. So you would copy and paste that script along with the picture and it would be fine. So everything here is numbered throughout the whole thing. Now there are a couple pictures and images that you're gonna have to add yourself because it's actually a picture of you. So next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our script here and I wanna show you a few other things. So blue means picture,
okay? Yellow means there's something that needs edited or instructions. So these are going to be instructions. When you check back in 3 days, if the invites were sent out, you would send the first one. If the invites weren't sent out, you would send the second. So you could go through all of this, okay? Also, a lot of times when you see yellow, it's the hostess's name or info. So you don't want to leave it as Sarah because Sarah might not necessarily be your hostess's name, right? So you'll want to make sure you go through. Now, we have everything here listed, and this makes it really easy. So 4 weeks before the party, there's post 1 and post 2. So each week before the party, you're going to be hitting them up 2 times. And we're going to show you how to do that here in a minute.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So this is our party to-do list. You will have one of these for every single party that you do. It kind of helps you manage your parties and get the coaching logged into your planner correctly. So you'll be logging your coaching into your planner. Make sure it's something that you're going to be looking at every day. So this top part here is things that you're doing right when they book with you. So date and time, hostess's name, her phone number, her address, and this is going to be the address of her actual party. Her prize. So this is the prize, our booking vouchers. It would be a product under 30, product under 20, or product under 25. Whatever was in their little bag, you would go ahead and write that down on here. Their wish list item. This is something maybe they wanted at their party that they didn't purchase that night, and they're wanting to try to get it for free the night of their party. So jot that down on there. It's going to help you and her friends to coach to the type of party. And then hostess type. This is where she has decided if she wants to be a hostess, just wanting some free goodies, or if she's wanting to use her hostess credit to try and get her kit free that night, or maybe she'll even sign up ahead of time. But this is where you're going to log all of that information when you're meeting them. So this piece here, that's what you do right when you're setting up the party. Okay, now let's talk about this middle part. So this is what you're actually going to be doing when you get home from your party, and this is the actual coaching process that we're talking about. So giving them a packet, you probably did it the night of, add party to your planner, put their phone number in there, add them to your party tracker, add them to Pure Sale, and get their Facebook event set up, and we're going to do our first wall post. So this is where the actual coaching would really start, and we're going to go through that down here on this paper. So, at event setup, the hostess is going to get a special message. So you would just be doing that right when you're setting this up, okay? Now, the next thing on here, though, is that we're going to follow along with is at event setup time. So we're going to go ahead and say today is August 5th, okay? So we'll say today is August 5th. This is the day we're setting it up. And the first post is 3 days after. So you would just go 1, 2, 3, and then you would write Brenda 3-day. And then there's a 5-day after, so we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead 2 more days and write Brenda 5-day. And those are going to be posts that we're going to be doing ahead of time before the coaching, so we can go ahead and mark those off. So now we're going to go back to here. Her party is September 12th. And this would be her day of her party. So we're going to go ahead and write the day before her party. We're going to write Brenda, day before. And we'll cross that off. And then we're going to write the day of the party. You could write Brenda, day of. And then the day after, you would write Brenda, day after. And go ahead and cross that off as well. Okay, so 1 week after the party, we're going to send them a message. So we'll just write Brenda 1 week. And then uncross it off. This one we're going to go ahead and flip 2 weeks here. Okay, and we're going to write Brenda 3 week. Okay, so even though the party's over, we're still doing hostess coaching in the event just to get more attention and to maybe get some more orders. So it does make it really nice. So we'll go back up here. The top is done. And then this middle part here on the hostess coaching, we're reaching out in the event and to the hostess 4 weeks before the party, and it's twice a week. So it makes it really nice and keeps your event active. So we'll go ahead and start with this here. So we'll start the week before the actual party. So 1 week before, okay, and we're going to write Brenda. And then we'll do on this week, we're going to do Monday and Thursday, okay? So on this, we're going to go ahead, and you can always rotate. So maybe we'll do Brenda We're going to do hostess 1 and event 1 and hostess 2 and event 2. So how I log these in my planner is I do one week, post 2, 1 week, post 1. So then that way I can cross it off. Then we're going to go ahead and jump forward. So this would be 2 weeks before the party. And you could see on this week, I'm going to do different days than the day I did before. So I'm going to post Brenda week 2, post 2, Brenda week 2, post 1, cross it off. So then we would flip ahead and we would do the same here for the next 2 weeks and so on, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and we want to make sure that all of this is logged. So it needs to be somewhere where you're actually going to be looking at it. Okay, now this bottom piece of the party to-do paper, this is what you're doing after the party is over. So we're going to go ahead and flip back to when Brenda's party was, which was September 12th. So most of this you're going to be doing the day afterwards, and you're going to start going through this checklist. So I don't want you to worry about it too much right now. Know that we're going to help you and go through each step of it after the party is over at your closeout training.
Hopefully the clips of the hostess coaching helped you out. If you're still not 100% clear, that's okay, because when you come for your one-on-one, your trainer will make sure to go through it with you for the first couple parties that you have.
No parties, no problems. Just because you don't have a party on the books doesn't mean you can't still collect orders. Sell one coochie, make $10. Jenny has a reservice class at least a couple times a year. Make sure you're at the next one.
Dropbox is something you've heard us mention a few times. This is like an online flash drive type tool that you can access at any time, anywhere. It's free to you because us trainers set it up for you. Let me show you what it's all about. This is what your Dropbox is going to look like. It's going to say the same, or it's going to look exactly the same as everybody else's, but it'll say your name up here instead of Jenny's. So in the current contest folder is all kinds of fun contests that you can earn some free stuff for. The hostess material has all kinds of stuff that you'll need for anyone who decides to host a party with you. This will actually be set up at your one-on-one training, and you'll get a little more in-depth information about it.
Now that you purchased your kit, you have your own website for your business as well. The name of your website is www.puromance.com/your first and last name. When you come to your in-person training, we want to set you up with a website that you're gonna love and is branded to you. A couple examples, breatheintimacycoach.com, puromanceiowa.com, Iowa Toy Parties, just a couple ideas in mind, so that's something that you can think about. So when you come to your training, then your trainer can set you all up with that.
Okay, so now let's talk about how you're gonna carry your kit into the party. So you can get bags like this at really just any craft stores. You can find these in the sewing section, sometimes in the arts and crafts. So you really wanna keep the mild stuff on the outside and then put your boxes of the toys inside, or you can carry them around in these little toy totes as well, just to keep everything hidden. And you can just carry it super easy into the party and you're nice and organized. So you're going to want to get another bag to put all your business supplies in. You can put things like your shopping bags in there. Maybe if you have a larger toy, you can put this in there as well. Maybe you have some lingerie that you can throw in there too, like this pretty blush piece. Don't forget your party binder at home, okay? This is super important for you to have, all right? Then you can get this file organizer so you can put all your guest folders in here, in your hostess packets. It looks really nice and organized. That way you're not walking in there looking like a hot mess. We want to look really nice and organized, okay? Also, you can get this little tote for you to stick things like your bingo in, maybe your pens. Make sure you put in that box bow ribbon in there, tickets, your booking bags. All those other miscellaneous items can go in here.
So the next thing we're going to go ahead and talk about is the party binder. You've seen it throughout the video a couple times, and now I'm going to go ahead and break it down. And usually this is going to be in your party bag too that you're going to carry with you. So first on the outside, you're going to see the suggested guide for the party, so it's a quick glance for you to see everything. Also, you're going to see the party to-do list on here too. That is for your particular hostess that night. So it's an easy glance to know her name, what prizes she got, and her hostess gift as well. Open it up and you're going to see the open date calendar right here. In your training with your trainer, you're going to go over the different types of planners and everything, and this is just a really nice visual for you to have right there. Next thing you're going to have right here is more party to-do lists. It's easy. You're going to be booking parties at your parties, so it's very easy to fill it out right here, especially when she does the booking game. You can put down her price right here and be very organized. Next thing you're going to see is the $120 and $200 box prizes in case that you don't have any on hand right here. The girls are spending the money to get that free stuff, so you can just let them choose off the sheet what they want and send it to them in their order. Also, what you're going to see in here is a folder that fits nicely in here. This is a really nice place to be able to put your connection cards to be organized, and if you're using order forms, you can put your order forms in here as well. And last but not least is going to be when your girls do book their parties, and in their bag, you're easy to just look at the numbers that correspond with the number in their bag. So right when they come back, they book their party, and they're like, I have number 2. Boom, you could be like, oh my gosh, the night of your party, you get any item under $20 right there. And that there is the party binder.
Now that you own a business, we're going to talk about how to organize your taxes. There are usually 1 to 2 tax classes that you can attend throughout the year, but we're going to go over the basics today. You want to purchase 24 vanilla folders, 2 for each month of the year. You're going to label them in and out. So you're going to have 1 for the in, 1 for the out. Same for January, February, and so on. In the in folder, we're going to put the order forms and the connection cards. If you are using PureSale, you will only put the connection cards in the in folder. In the out folder, we're going to put receipts for that correlating month. These receipts can include receipts for pens, bells, folders, anything that you purchase for your business for that correlating month. We also want to get a mileage log. In these mileage logs, you're going to record your miles that you're going for anywhere in your business, including a party, this one-on-one, an event, to the bank or to the mall, any place for your business.
In your training packet, you received a shopping list. On here are 2 main categories, priorities before first party and additional items. Priorities before first party, we have listed the cheapest and fastest way to get those. We want you to do the additional items as fast as you can to get you off to a great start.
Hopefully you found this training video useful. Remember, you have this link so you are able to watch the video over and over. Myself or your trainer can't wait to see you at your one-on-one.
No. My name's Chantel Mutai.
You can't this can't say around it. Oh, I'm up already. Because I... Okay.
Dang it!
You can't say shoot.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead here and put this.
She said, oh my God.
So now let's talk about that. So now let's talk about...
Just make like a...
English is my second language, okay?
Okay. What am I doing? Titties popping.
I started to make some extra money.
Just talk slow.
Do you want to look up or you want to look nice?
Let's go ahead and talk about titles. Oh my God.
Party brochure. You can't say Does she have any crazy hair?
I feel like my breathing got a little heavy when I did the flipping, so I just I'm just gonna melt.
I'll just have to cut that somewhere. I don't know where it would be smooth for him to cut.
You didn't do bite.
I didn't do the bite size.
Yeah, just do it one shot.
Is it on? Is it on? Is it on?
Next, we're gonna talk.
Make sure you get that laugh in there, all right?